Yeah, because it's real easy to, and I do it sometimes too, even like, oh, Kareem, you're on here saying that. And sometimes, yeah, I'm like, oh, God, I just did that. Or I need to have been in control in that moment, where I realize there's a million things that are factors that are going on. I don't know how my decisions come through. Sometimes, I'd say I like to do IT, but why? I'd say I like to be on the power up, but sometimes I don't know all of the data from where my decisions come from, and I can't know all of the data. But that's where the real power comes in. It's not that if I had every single piece of data, I could make a choice. It's making a choice without that data and then working through to find out what I'm supposed to do. And interestingly enough, I think that's how a lot of entrepreneurs really need to work. Is a lot of people have talked to me and said, Kareem, I don't know this factor, I don't know that factor. I'm not in control of 100% of everything yet. Maybe I'm scared of the camera. Maybe I don't feel I have the finances. Maybe people, this was my hang up, would think I never had anything interesting to talk about. So why would someone show up to talk to me or to watch me or to spend time to listen to what I'm saying? And I found out by doing that, I really wasn't in control because I was worrying about a million factors I couldn't be in control of. And just to let it go felt amazing.
Well, the interesting thing about your and Chris's role is you don't have to know everything. The greater value in this is not so much what you guys say, but the fact that you've created a forum where people can, in a non-judgmental way, express themselves on a particular subject matter. So if you're a conduit, if you're a facilitator in helping other people to express themselves, then you're really doing the best job that you can do.
Yeah. And sometimes I wish I had more knowledge, or I wish I had something else to bring in the conversation. Really, when I look back, I said, hey, I put in my best. I did the best with the ideas I had, with all of the data I knew at the time, and I produced the video. I'll give an example of that. Recently started doing screencasts, which is really, I'm putting up screencast-o-matic for a new client. And he does business plans. It's something I don't know. Again, I can't have all the data. So I said, hey, I really like this. I started talking to him about what he was doing. And then he looked at some of our old videos, and I'm like, ugh, because, I looked back and I had a t-shirt on. Chris had some of his metal. We didn't have like a green screen or studio lighting or anything. It was just a webcam in a bedroom. I'm like, I don't know what he's going to say. A little bit worried now because I didn't tell him where to go and what videos to watch, because generally when someone asks about the power, I say, pick one, pick whatever you think's interesting, because I do feel we had an evolution. I'm thinking, oh man, he looked at some of our anti-guru videos. I'm thinking, this is not going to turn out well. He's like, hey, you could brand yourself as an anti-guru and a guru too. I really like your old stuff. I'm like, whew. And at that point, I kind of wanted to feel in control. Like, hey, look at all the good videos. Look at the videos where we're polished. We look good. We're not saying anything bad. We're keeping it PG. And then I thought, no,
that doesn't go viral.
It doesn't go viral. And he would have maybe got bored of some of the videos where we were trying to do that.
Yeah. I've told people that want to do videos like YouTube videos and stuff, they're trying to market a product. I said, build an ongoing series. This has been done a few times. Build an ongoing series that's humorous and interesting, that incorporates your product into it. Make them about 6 or 7 minutes long and post a new one every week. So that you can get people to start to follow almost like a TV show. Make them short and easy to consume, and make them funny, so that people start to share them. And that's probably some of the best organic marketing you can do.
Yeah, no, definitely, because what do you want to do with your content? Do you want to make it engaging? Do you want to make it funny? What do you want to do with it? And then you'll build that authority. But the hard part is I have a lot of people who want to build that authority now, or they don't want to go in front of the camera, but they want to build a business. And it's difficult because I say, hey, you're not going to know everything about WordPress. You're not going to know everything about YouTube. I've been doing it for a while. I don't know half of this stuff. Trust me. People ask SEO. I'm like, yeah, I play with keywords. I'm trying. And it doesn't always get the best response. But yeah, you're not going to know everything about thumbnails, editing, and SEO. Yeah, sorry, Dan, I cut you off.
No, I was just going to say I agree because of the fact that I think I've probably been involved in what I've been involved in my stuff since 2012 with what I've been doing, and I still don't know everything. In fact, I've been reading a book about WordPress web design, and it's the WordPress web design for dummies. I mean, just so I can get a better understanding and stuff like that. Even after having built a website, using WordPress, when I first had my first one before I lost it and I'm having to redo it, and but this time I'm wanting to add and do things a little different. So, and there's stuff I'm in there learning. I'm going, oh yeah, I kind of thought I could do this, or I knew, or people have said I could do those things, but I thought it was hard. As I'm reading, yeah, some of it might be a little bit hard, but other parts of it aren't so hard. But it's but I still don't know everything. I'm not going to know everything, even when I'm finally satisfied with my site to a degree, because I'll never be happy with it until it's, but that's just part of.
Well, you'll never truly be happy with it until the income exceeds the cost that it's going to cost you to drive traffic to it.
Well, even then, I have a perfect idea.
But if it ain't producing any money, so what?
Right. Well, in my head, I have an idea of really what I want it to look like and what I want it to be. But even then, when it's there, or it's never going to be exactly, and I've just learned to let go of that. It's just not going to be, because I don't know it all. I don't.
That's also constant and never-ending improvement, because what works today will be obsolete next month or next year. So it's a constant and never-ending thing, ongoing. It's interesting on the issue of getting frustrated by not getting things completed. My day, a good chunk of my daily activity involves a customer resource management system, a contact manager system. And with a typical contact manager, you got a lot of profile data, and you got a lot of notes about what's been happening as people are working down through the funnel from the first time they came in contact until they fall out the bottom, either as a customer or whatever they become, and everything in between. And one thing about a contact manager, a good one, allows you to do is I can talk to you today, and whether it be tomorrow or 3 months from now, I can put a date to follow up with you. And then I can forget about you, because when you show up in the system on that day, I'm going to read the notes and see what transpired in our last conversation, and I'm going to give you a call, and we're going to pick up the process from there. Now, the system that I use, if I have 10 calls today and I don't make them, if I don't get to those calls, they go into a past due portion of the system. And the past due chases me. It chases me until I get them done. Otherwise, they don't go away. And I used to get very, very frustrated if I couldn't finish my day and not have any ones that were going to fall into past due. It used to just really bother me to wake up and see 10 or 15 past dues. And what I'm working on now is to not be so anal or controlled about that, because they're usually, follow-up dates are not appointments. They're usually arbitrary days you pull out of the air. You go, well, I think I'll talk to him, call him back in about a week. So if you let it slide a couple of 3 days, it's no big deal. But that's where I'm working on myself to kind of let that controlling nature of trying to get everything done on the list, so to speak, and just kind of let it go so that I'm not as stressed and full of anxiety as I usually am. Because for me personally, that stress and anxiety affects what I eat and how much I eat. So that's what I'm learning about myself.
Well, we want you to keep eating, man. So, and never let your work or any of that stuff affect your daily functions, because sometimes I've had a bad day and I didn't eat, and I regret it, because not only did I have a bad day, but now I wake up hungry.
Well, for me, eating is a snacking issue. Eating to fulfill something that's missing, or some kind of anxiety or stress, when I'm not really even hungry. So when I'm talking about missing food, we're talking about adding too much food. So,
Yeah, well, I mean, hey, no one's perfect. Sometimes I get mad, and sometimes I've skipped days on the gym where I do something I know I shouldn't be doing, or I'll have an extra drink, and it's not good. But here's the thing. I found this interesting. A lot of people, when they have a rough time, they go and do something, and like I mentioned, drinking or eating or all that stuff, or something goofy, or they smoke, because hey, I'm not in control. I can't do anything about it. So they try and find a substance or a way to be like, okay, now I'm out of control, quote unquote.
Well, no, they go find something that they can be in control of.
or to escape.
Yeah. Because to me, it's an escape. It's like, whew, man, I've been trying to control so hard, it's not working. So let me have a couple beers, or let me eat a huge sandwich, or let me, smoke a couple cigarettes, and then go try and be in control again. Or realize, hey, maybe it's just part of something. Maybe the job I just lost is getting a better job. Maybe the relationship I just ended